for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee. Theremin.
We're probably going to piss some people off. Yeah, it's already paradigmus. This was just, again, we do go with the flow. I had a totally different subject that was actually quite scientific that we'll do another day. Because then I went down a rabbit hole.
Good.
And this is a rabbit hole that I have visited for many, many years.
Obscure instruments.
And that is, we need a theremin.
Listen.
So this is the only time that I have ever, if you or someone you know would like to donate us a theremin, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and I will give you shipping instructions.
Or if you would like to donate to the fundage,
we have no way to.
I will set up a PayPal. You can send us PayPalimonies, or I could set up like a Venmo type shit, and then we could take a Ven moment.
And it's like you're like, Rolanda, why in the hell would you need a theremin? Well, first of all, there's three basic reasons. Mm-hmm. One, to amuse ourselves. 2, to annoy the cats. And 3, to annoy the neighbors. Those are reasons enough.
Yes.
Because we would take it out on the front porch and we would do this.
Yes. We actually would.
Growing up with Star Trek, that's enough of a reason. I think I've been hooked on the theremin sound since then.
But do you know how many old horror movies that use the theremin?
Absolutely.
That is just incredible.
The theremin is an incredible thing. Now, this is where we're going to get to piss people off. We have determined that it is the Tiny Tim of instruments.
It is. It is.
That there are those who take it way too seriously.
Yeah, because it makes a weird noise. It does make weird noises.
It makes these cool, weird-ass sci-fi horror movie noises. And then there are some people... And you can find them everywhere. That it's like, oh, I'm a serious musician. I play the theremin.
They can actually sound really beautiful,
and they
though.
can sound good. We just listened to, what was his name? Peter Pringle?
Yeah. Peter Pringle, somewhere
who
over
played
the rainbow.
Over the Rainbow. And it was lovely.
Uh-huh.
But there were for Tiny Tim to do what he did, he was good at what he did, and he took his art very seriously.
That's different than the theremin. At least the theremins can sound good.
It always sounds like a theremin.
No shit.
But I'm just saying that it is the Tiny Tim.
This potato tastes like a potato.
Well, it's like that. What is that Q chord thing that you were looking at?
There's a Q chord, and then there's the superior version, omnichord.
And what is that one little thing that looks like a musical note that you... I don't know.
I don't fucking know, but that's the Tiny Tim of the musical.
There's so many interesting...
It looks like a little face, but it's also in
there.
the shape of a music note.
Right.
And you squeeze the face. And
right. And it's just bizarre. But as far as the theremin, and no kidding, I have over the years looked for these. And a new one on Amazon is close to $400.
But that's doable. That's better than 1,000.
When you've got so much other stuff that you... If I had expendable income, yes. But...
PayPalimonies.
Anyhow. And it's like... Then there are some of the bigger... And we're talking about the Thereminis. And they're self-contained. You can hook them up to an amp, but they actually have speakers and stuff in them. If you get some of the other orchestral theremins, professional theremins, that sounds somehow obscene. A professional theremin, but yeah, those can be thousands.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that have the wooden box and stuff.
That's because they are obscure instruments.
Yeah.
That's like the fucking hurdy-gurdy. I want a hurdy-gurdy, but I don't got...
Hurdy-gurdy is pretty cool.
I don't got the thousands to get one, built for me.
There is a lady on YouTube that I have been subscribed to for quite a while, because of course I have. And I think her name is Patty Gurdy. And she had constructed this one hurdy-gurdy herself. And it was this emerald green color. Mm-hmm. Absolutely gorgeous.
Well, see, that's good for her. She knows how to make them, so she can just make them whenever she wants.
Well, and as far as her ability, her mastery of this instrument, amazing.
Yeah.
But it's not a theremin.
It's not a theremin, but it does got an aesthetic of its own.
It does. But it's like
obscure
theremin.
Instruments. It's the kalimba.
And
I like the kalimba.
I had even on eBay, there at one point you could find these things that they were theremin somethings, but it's not a standalone theremin. Some of them were like constructed of baby doll heads because, of course, they were.
Those are creepy.
And I think that it sort of works in with like an electric guitar.
Sort kinda. You can hook it up to an amp.
Well, I mean, but it's not a standalone theremin. It goes in with something else.
Yeah.
And as far as
supporting,
if you're doing some of this stuff where they're doing all the computer music and stuff, and a theremin plug in, it ain't the same. Because this is truly vibration and frequency.
Jack Stauber uses a theremin, and he
Does
uses an omnichord.
Of course he does.
He uses a lot of old, obscure.
Of course he does, because he
obscure
is
things.
obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love Jack Stauber.
He was very much there on the when They Might Be Giants couple of days when I had lost my mind recently.
Tears falling down at the
Coffee
party.
slurp incoming.
The saddest little baby in the room. Can I have a peppermint? You can have a peppermint.
We actually found this one gentleman who was showing how to calibrate the Theremini.
Yeah.
And I thought at first, oh God, he's going to be one of those. He wasn't. He was actually very informative.
Mm-hmm.
And if I remember, I will put a link to it and you can go and listen.
You can't actually just go to his channel though.
Well, yeah, I actually, there on the YouTube, as long as I got rid of the triple dub before the, link, it allowed me to put in an external link.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just
that
weird.
Works.
It was just, but since it's on YouTube, there shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Usually they'll allow me to have a link if it's in-house.
Well, see, in search bars anyway, like in current search engines now, it's not like how it was like in the 90s and early 2000s where you had to put like the www dot.
Right.
Now you can just put like youtube.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then other letters and numbers that follow after.
Yeah. Well, and it's
dashes
but like I said, so far I have not had a problem with putting the link to another YouTube video.
Yeah.
But this guy was actually way cool.
Mm-hmm.
But this is something, help make a podling pirate captain's dream come true.
I will make a PayPal for her, and I will make a Venmo or something, and we can take a Venn moment and take those PayPal emojis.
I'm just hoping that somebody knows somebody that has one sitting in their garage, or that they go to an estate sale or whatever and go, hey, there's one of those damn things that Orlando mentioned.
Yeah, but if it was at an estate sale, they would know what it is, and they
not necessarily. They just tried. Let's face it, it's not that coveted of an item. It's just not.
It's not. It's not.
Other than at a Halloween, most people would not even think twice about it. Now, would we sit here and toy with this lots? Hell yes, we would. Because we are those people.
Yes.
Would we literally be on the front porch drinking coffee? I would wonder if I could calibrate it with coffee slurps.
I would have a margarita. You would have a cup of coffee. We'd be playing
I bet you we could calibrate it with as far as raising the coffee mug.
Yeah.
Actually, you couldn't because it doesn't. The coffee mugs they don't act as conductors.
No.
It's all vibration and frequency.
Don't spill coffee on it.
No, God, no, that would be horrible. That would be heartbreaking.
It would be.
That I could see that happening now. It's like finally, it's like to have that dream and then some shit that it would arrive broken or I would drop it or something like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I would weep uncontrollably.
Yeah. That's like anytime we would pull that thing out, we would have to get the cats out immediately.
Oh no, I would be chasing them through the house.
Tethered to the wall.
I could do it.
You'd be tethered to the wall. You couldn't go far.
I could get a battery pack for it. I could do.
You could have a strap-on battery
I
for
want
it.
to make it portable to where I could go in the Wall of Mart with my musical instrument. I could tell them at the door, I have to have this with me. This is my emotional support instrument.
I don't think anyone... It's not a live animal. They wouldn't care. They would just think you're weird.
Hey, they wouldn't have to worry about the theremin pooping in the floor.
Oh.
So that would be
But
okay.
to be in the middle of, like, the grocery section, just be there with the ramen noodles and just...
We could do all kinds of things with a theremin.
We could.
And for people, our bunch, I know they know what a theremin is.
They know. They all know.
And but I have watched over the years many people play the theremin. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you've got some of them that take themselves and the instrument way too seriously.
They do. They do.
So we have probably pissed off any of the people. It's like, it is a serious instrument.
Oh,
It's
like
a
they're watching
theremin.
us.
It's a theremin. There may be somebody that's a concert theremin player that it's like, I am offended.
If they're a concert theremin, they won't. They won't be offended. They probably know themselves. Hook us up with one if you are.
Not one of the concert ones. I wouldn't want one of those that cost thousands.
No,
but
but
just
the mood.
Theremini.
What is it? The Moog?
Moog.
Or the
I
Moog.
have called it Moog for years, but the gentleman whose name that it was pronounced it Moog.
Yeah. It's
And
Moog.
he actually said he didn't care.
Yeah.
That he's had it both ways, and it's just, yeah.
Pretty chill, dude.
He was a chill dude. He made a theremin.
Yeah.
I don't think he took it that seriously.
No.
It's a fun something. I looked and they had one of these little electronic do-it-yourself kits for kids. It's not the same. It's not the same. It was just making a circuit board was what it was doing. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Spare theremin. Spare theremin.
Do you know how
We'd
many
sit there
haunted
with a
house
cup.
sounds
We'd sit there on the sidewalk with a cup going, spare theremin. Spare theremin. Around here, we couldn't do it. They'd be going, what the hell are you talking about?
Oh,
Go
no,
back to
there'd
the
be
house."
someone. There would be someone in the sticks somewhere.
Maybe.
We got weirdos up in this town. We had someone driving around with a fucking body for 8 hours.
Well, we did. We did. But can you imagine, just like that time, that
God.
magical time that I was coming up in the holler here and heard the sounds of the bagpipes?
You did. So it's not that far of a stretch.
We should be providing magic for the people who travel our road through the theremin. This is another reason we need. It's number 4. Is magical sounds of the Appalachian Mountains, the theremin.
If you could hook me up with an Omnicord too, that would be awesome.
God. So this is probably about the only bum video that you will ever get from us.
We ain't bumming, but if you would like to, fund
I'm-
a theremin or something
I
like
am
that, we will
honestly-
gladly open up a PayPal and Venmo or something like that.
Because
if you would like to donate just to support the podcast, yeah.
If we have, as far as, I've totally forgot what I was going to say. We know that people know people, and that some of these people live in areas, they do live in, urban areas and such like that they may very much come across a theremin at a yard sale or an estate sale or something like that, or even in a newspaper or something.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to an estate sale?
Yes.
I've never been.
It's interesting, and it depends on whether they are truly just trying to get rid of the items. I have weirdness about buying certain items. Never buy people's knives after they've passed. That's a weirdness I've had for a very long time.
Well, you also get the same weirdness when traveling through antique stores and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's always, yeah.
That was like the pair of shoes that was hanging up, and it was like, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
Don't even
some
touch 'em.
things are so personal that it's just like, no, that person's essence all over it. So, and it depends on what it is. And then you've always got some of these people that they want to make as much money as they possibly can. And I'm like, look, keep it.
Yeah.
If you either you want to sell it or you don't. And back in the day, I would haggle at yard sales and stuff. Now I don't even fool with it.
Oh, at flea markets, yeah.
We got stuff that we're trying to downsize on some things.
If it's something I genuinely want at a flea market, I won't haggle. But if it's something that I'm just like toying with the idea, it's like, do I really want this? I'll haggle then.
Well, for some people, it's a game.
I'm not good at it.
As far as, like I said, estate sales, it depends on where it is, whoever it is. It's a pig in a poke.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's worth going and seeing the items, and some of them are big ticket items.
Well,
and sometimes you can get some remarkable, values.
Well, I've talked to Dad about going to the flea market soon, so maybe who knows? Maybe we'll run into a Theremin there, and it'll be actually a decent price that I could just snatch up.
That would be.
It'd be like me trying to find a Blythe, but
in our area, that is probably going to be improbable, because what happens sometimes with musical instruments is they will go and try to resell them to a music store,
right,
and let the music store then go ahead. Yeah. I mean, but you never know. So we just put on the waves and the vibrations out there into the inner zones.
We're picking up good vibrations.
Yeah, cool stuff. So that's our bum video.
Yeah.
Theremin and Tiny Tim at the musical instrument world.
But if you would genuinely like to just support the podcast, like buy her a cup of coffee or something, tell us. And I could set up her like a PayPal.
Yeah, I've had that suggested before.
Like, is that something that y'all are interested in?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know. You never know where things are going, we just rolling along.
Because seriously, part of that fundage could also be like new equipment, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would.
You get you a new laptop, all that.
Well, a new camera.
Yeah.
That would be the thing. I'd get a new camera, because the other one that I had, it lasted quite a few years.
Yeah.
Thousands and thousands of candle flames that one videoed.
Mm-hmm.
And we would do road trips every now and then. We would go to some of the local cemeteries and different things like that. And the camera on the cell phone, the camera is good, but the audio is shit.
Well, I didn't think it was... Well, you're talking on the cell phone. I was thinking like on the camera. Like
no,
the built-in mic on the camera wasn't that bad.
No, well, it was one of those that it wasn't great either, so it was a matter of trying to... I never did make one of those C holder thingies that would hold the mic and the camera, and then you held that so that you didn't get the shaky cam.
Yeah.
So we just dealt with shaky cam. Yeah. But we had some cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So final thoughts, kid?
If it's something y'all are interested in, seriously, tell us. Like, if you want to support the podcast in some way, we'll set up a PayPal or some way that y'all could donate.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be much either.
Prayers.
Yeah.
We very rarely ever ask for anything.
Other than prayers?
In fact, I think this is the only time we ever have asked for anything. I mean, Kid has bummed every now and then, but I'm like,
jokingly.
Yeah.
I was never serious, because usually if I want something, I'll get it for myself. I'll get it by myself.
Yeah, but like I said, you never know when somebody's going to come across this, and they're like, damn, I just saw one of those last week, and I didn't know, or if I had known, I would have gotten it, and I would have sent it to you. So now you know. So is that your final thoughts?
Wig fundage.
God, damn, responsible for buying you hair, honey.
If we're gonna have the cameras on,
well, that's it.
listen. This This wig is busted. Tell them about it.
I'm not
Please
even.
do.
We'll wait for
It
another.
looks like a rat.
We'll wait for another
It looks like a
cup.
balding rat.
We will wait for another cup. Just use your imagination. A $20 hairpiece does not last that long. Let's face it. That's
It's
just
a
life.
lace front. It was originally like $80. And I got it on sale.
That's what they said. It's like those stores that are perpetually going out of business. You don't know that.
These AliExpress wigs, they used to be good. I don't know what the fuck is happening with these lace wigs now.
It's like everything else. It's like everything else.
They used to last a lot longer.
Everything did. Welcome to planned obsolescence.
Even hair. Even hair is obsolete.
If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you have a Theremin, have played a Theremin, love a Theremin, you can give us give us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. It's there in the description box. I'll put it higher up. Just perchance.
Yeah.
Perchance.
Yeah. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment. Most of all, subscribe and click that notification button, even though it doesn't work half the time, but it likes the affection. Check her out on BitChute and Rumble. Where Landa's Cup of Coffee with Scream. And check her out on X, previously known as Tweet.
I've called it other things lots.
Twatter. Mm-hmm. Where Landa, COCWS. It's like a radio station call sign. Pretty cool. She uplifts people on there. She talks to people.
For the most part. I mean, I've done better on this go of trying social media than I have in the past. Mm-hmm. I had to limit myself. Every now and then I'm like, oh my God, I've overshared. Who knows? Who knows?
Mama,
it is what it is.
I posted on Twitter, why the fuck did that last burp taste like beans?
Oh, God, I didn't do that. As a Gen X, I'm Gen X.
And I didn't even eat beans.
Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Burnt popcorn.
No. Bye.
Bye.